Okay, so I have a warning here because you are going to see someone. You don't actually see the stabbing. So this is a version of the video that stops a moment before Carson runs straight into the bench, falls on top of the bench face down, and it stops just before he runs into the bench. And when he falls face down, that's when the first stabbing occurs. Then he's dragged onto the sidewalk and there's more stabs. That's all skipped in this version of the video. It doesn't really matter for our purposes. All you need to know is that he was stabbed a bunch of times, first on the bench and then multiple times on the ground. I've seen an unedited version of the video, so I've seen all that stabbing, but the only source I could find for it has a big logo across the middle that basically obscures what we'd want to see anyway. And who needs the unnecessary violence? So if I had the full video, I would share it with you if I had it in unobstructed form, but I don't. I have this one. So you'll see the interaction that matters, and just in the middle know that they skipped all the stabbing that took place. All right, but this is a death of a human being, so fair warning. If you don't like that kind of thing, this is not the video for you. Here we go. All right, so they're on a bench, Malcolm X Boulevard, Bed-Stuy, 4 a.m. What good can possibly happen under these circumstances? They're sitting there. They're talking. I don't know. Her hands are in her face. They're having an upsetting conversation. I don't know. But they're clearly not paying any attention to this dude who will be the killer in the hoodie with his hands in his pockets walking past them. If he has bad intentions, he could pull it off right there. I mean, I don't know why they weren't just mugged right there. But in any case, they pay no attention to this guy. Folks, if you're on Malcolm X Boulevard in Bed-Stuy at 4 a.m., everybody that you see should be on your radar screen as a potential threat. Oh, by the way, I apologize. The audio is terrible. There's a lot of crackling, and it's very difficult to hear anything meaningful here, but can't help it. That's in the original. So the attacker's running up to the corner. That's when he's going to start kicking scooters, I guess. Do you do this? So some sketchy dude in a hoodie, hands in his pockets, walks past you. Thank God he looks like he's just going to continue walking at this point. Do you walk in his direction? I mean, any decision would have been better than that. Just sitting on the bench would have been better than that. Why are they so far apart? Right? You're walking with your girlfriend back from a wedding. You're going to be 6 feet apart. Kicking the scooters. Now Carson is engaging this guy in verbal communication. Why the F would you do that? When you see this kind of erratic behavior under any circumstances, especially Bed-Stuy, 4 a.m., that is a dangerous environment. That's an erratic, unpredictable environment. In what's already a damn dangerous environment. You get the F out. You remove yourself from that environment as quickly as you can and hope you don't get snared in the process. But no, Ryan Carson decides he's going to engage this violent actor in communication. And this guy doesn't like it. What the F are you looking at? Whoops. Bad plan, Carson. I'll kill you, we just heard. Now, are words alone sufficient to justify the use of defensive force? No. If that guy was just standing back in the corner, not advancing, and just verbally saying, I'm going to kill you, would that be sufficient to justify the use of force in self-defense? No, words alone are never enough. But what words can do is words can greatly reduce what overt physical act you need to see in order to have a reasonable perception of a threat. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. And of course, this bad guy is advancing. Chill, chill, chill. All right, now you've been hit in the face. Folks, getting hit in the face, head, neck, even if a weapon's not displayed, that's the greatest degree of non-weapon threat that can be presented to you. And Carson appears to have no skill, knowledge of how to mitigate that attack. Except to back up, walking backwards. Folks, can you walk backwards as fast as the aggressor can walk forwards towards you? No, you cannot. This is not a plan. This just makes you look vulnerable, like an attractive target for criminal predation. And there's a knife in the hand. See if I can freeze frame it there. His hand went to his pocket, and there's the knife in the right hand of the aggressor. Blade pointed down. Very effective for stabbing. And Ryan Carson, if he sees a knife, what is he in now? He's in an unequivocal deadly force confrontation. A guy with a knife, impact weapon, a step away from being able to stab him. That's when he runs. He's going to run, and the video will clip out here. But in fact, he runs straight into this bench and falls face down onto the bench, which frankly, with the way they put those handles there so that people can't sleep on the bench, it's that must have sucked. But it doesn't suck. The impact with the bench did not suck as much as the stab of the knife into his back, then being dragged onto the sidewalk and stabbed repeatedly again. None of that is in this video. So he's been stabbed on the ground. Bad guy's walking away. He'll swing back for a minute to kick Carson and spit in his girlfriend's face.
I'm so sorry.
And then we hear that voice, I'm so sorry. And apparently a young black woman coming up. Why would she be saying, I'm so sorry? Because she's in some relationship with the killer. That's her boyfriend. She's apologizing for his conduct here.
Are you Go watch him. He's so no.
And that's it. That's the video.